Welcome to my channel, and here I'm going to show you how you can draw the front elevation, the complete plan, the end elevation and true shape of a truncated cone. So that is what we have to do here now, and the diameter of the circular base of the cone is 60 millimeters, while the height of the cone is 80 millimeters. So with some other things that we are going to put there for us to do this construction, I will be telling you here on this channel. Okay, so what we need to do first is to draw a vertical center line. We draw a vertical center line, as you can see it here. Okay, then we draw a horizontal center line. Horizontal center line. Okay, so then the next that we are going to do after we have drawn the vertical and the horizontal center line is to take a measurement of 30 millimeters on our ruler, which is half of the diameter of the circular base of the cone. So 30 millimeters, so put at this point here where the two lines intersect and draw a circle like this. So draw a circle, and then the next that we are going to do is to divide the circle into 12 equal parts, as I'm going to do it here right now. So divide the circle into 12 equal parts. So we are making use of the set square to do that. So we draw a line like this, and then so in this direction also. So we draw this line, and then we can turn the set square like this. So we draw a line here, and then we draw a line here. Alright, so the circle has been divided into 12 equal parts, as you can see it here. So next that we are going to do is to number this point on the circumference of the circle. So this is point 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is point 4, this is point 5, this is point 6, this is point 7, 8, and then this is point 9, this is point 10, this is 11, and this is point 12. Okay, so having done this, now the next that we are going to do is to come up a little bit. Then we draw a horizontal line like this. Then we are going to take our set square. We are going to draw a vertical line from this point 1 to meet the horizontal line, and from this point 12 here. So we draw a vertical line. So here we draw a vertical line, so to meet the horizontal line. Then from here we draw a vertical line to meet the horizontal line, and also from here we draw a vertical line to touch the horizontal line. From this point we draw a vertical line to touch the horizontal line, and also so from this point here, so we draw a vertical line to touch the horizontal line. Okay, so next that we are going to do here after this, to take a measurement of 80 millimeters from this point. From this point here, so we take 80 millimeters up. So I'm taking it from 1 and not from 0. So which means I'm going to stop on where we have 9. So this is where we have it. So the next that I'm going to do now is to connect this point together with this point here. So I'm going to connect this together. Okay, so I will also connect this point together like this. So if I number this, so this is point 1, while this point here is point 2, 12. So this point here is 3, 11. This point is 4, 10. While this point is, we have this should be 5, 9. So this point is 6, 8. Now while this is point 7, so this point here, so here, 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 have been numbered, as you can see it here. So next that we are going to do is that, so for the cutting plane that will cut this cone, so I'm going to take it that it touches this point, so at a point 30 millimeters or 30 millimeters from the base. So all I need to do is to take 30 millimeters from this point up, So from this point here, I take 30 millimeters. We don't take it on this land side, so we take it on this vertical line, vertical center line. So here we have 30 millimeters. So let's say the cutting plane is at an angle 30 degrees to the horizontal. So I just put my set square here, and also this at point 30 here, that we have it on the center line there. So I will draw the cutting plane. So here I will draw the cutting plane like this. Okay, so that's the cutting plane. So we have the cutting plane here. Now let's call it cutting plane PP. Cutting plane PP. Okay, so we have the cutting plane. So next that I'm going to do now is that, so I'm going to make this part, I'm going to make it to be thick. And also I'll make this with a thick line like this. And also the base will be drawn thick. Okay, so now, next that we are going to do now, before we can continue to draw the complete plan. This plan is not complete because by the time we remove this part, we are going to have a raw surface here, so we need to show it in the plan. And before we can do that, we need to draw a line from this point to meet the apex of the cone. So we draw a line from here to meet the apex of the cone, and also from here. So we draw a line to touch the apex of the cone, and from this point here, so we draw a line for it to touch the apex of the cone, and also from this point, so we draw a line to touch the apex of the cone. So we have done that. So the next that we are going to do now is to show the roughness in the plan. That's what will make the plan to be a complete plan. So we need to draw a vertical line. So from this point, so where the cutting plane touch this line 1, so we have to draw a vertical line from here. Okay, so we draw a vertical line from this point into the plan to touch this horizontal line 1 at this point. So we have this point, so we take note of this point. And then, so the cutting plane touch this line 212 at this point. So we are going to draw a vertical line from here. So we draw a vertical line. So from this point into the plan. So the line touches this line 2 at this point, and it touches line 12 at this point. So next is, so we draw for 11 and 3. So for 3 and 11 from this point, so we draw a vertical line. So it touches 3 at this point, and it touches 11 at this point. Now, for us to get that of 12 and that of 4 and 10, so we need to come, because the cutting plane touch the vertical line on which we have point 4 and point 10. So what we need to do is to draw a horizontal line from this point, touch this side, and wherever it touches here, so we take this distance from here to here. I'll put at the center here, then we make an arc here, then we make an arc here. Okay, so this is point 4, this is point 4, and this is point 10. Okay, so let's continue for us to get other points in the plan. So next is that, so for point 5 and 9, so we draw a vertical line from this point where the cutting plane touch line 5 and 9. So we draw a vertical line from here. So it touches 5 at this point, and it touches 9 at this point. So the next one is 6 and 8. So 6 and 8. So we draw a vertical line from this point into the plan, and then it touches 6 at this point, it touches 8 at this point. So the last one is for 7. So we draw a vertical line from point 7 into the plan. So and then, so we draw a vertical line. So it touches 7 at this point here. Okay, so all these points, we are going to join them together for us to obtain the shape, so which is going to give us the rough part on this surface here. So I'm going to pause the video, then I will join the point together with the use of the French curve, then I will come back after that for us to move to the next part of the question. So now that I've joined the points together in the plan, so we need to show the roughness by drawing arching lines on this surface. So arching lines are drawn within continuous line, so which we also use for the construction. So they are equally spaced as I'm showing it here, so you ensure that they are equally spaced. So I don't have to take the measurement of that, so just use your eyes to do that. Okay. Alright, so then I'm going to leave it like this. So that is the roughness as we have it. So the next thing that we are going to do is to draw the end elevation. Because this is the complete plan and this is the front elevation. So we want to draw the end elevation of this. So to draw the end elevation, so we are going to draw a line from this point 4 on the plan. So we draw a line this direction, and also from this point, so point 3 and 5, they are on the same point on the circumference of the circle. So we draw a horizontal line from point 3 and point 2 and 6, they are on the same point on the circumference of the circle. So we draw a horizontal line from here. So point 1 and 7, they are on the same point on the circumference of the circle. So we draw a center line here, the horizontal center line here. So point 12 and 8, they are on the same point on the circumference of the circle. So from point 12, we draw a horizontal line. Point 11 and 9, or 9 and 11, they are on the same point on the circumference of the circle. So we draw a horizontal line from here. At point 10, so we draw a horizontal line from this point. So we are going to extend this horizontal line at the base or the front elevation of the cone. Then the next that we are going to do is to take a 45 degree set square. Okay, so from this point, we set at this point on the front elevation of the cone, then we draw a line in this direction. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is to take note of this point. So this is point 4. So this point contains 3 and 5. So this point contains 2 and 6. So this point contains 1 and 7. So this point contains, it contains 8 and 12. Okay, so this contains 9 and 11. So while this point here is point 10. So let's take note of that. So that's how we have it on the end elevation. So the first thing that we are going to do here, this is the center. So this is center. So we have the horizontal center line here. So here we are going to draw a vertical center line like this. That is from point 1 and 7. So we have this. So the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to draw vertical line from each of these points. So from point 4 here, I will draw a vertical line to meet the horizontal line. From point 5, that is 3 and 5, I will draw a vertical line to meet the horizontal line. So from point 2, 6, I will draw a vertical line. Then coming here from point 8, 12, I will draw a vertical line. From point 9, 11, draw a vertical line. And point 10 here, we draw a vertical line here to meet the horizontal line. So we have those points. So I'm not going to number this again, but follow this number here when we are to do the work. So before I continue, I need to get the height of the cone. So I'll just take it here. So as I set my T-square here, so then I'm going to connect this point together with the apex of the cone. So this point also will be connected, will be joined with the apex of the cone. Also this point will be joined with the apex of the cone. So this point also will be connected with the apex of the cone. This point will also be connected with the apex of the cone. Also this will be connected with the apex of the cone. So with all this that we have, so the next thing that we are going to do is that, so from this point, this point, this point, this point here, this point, this point, this point, and this point, where the cutting plane touch all the radial lines, I'm going to draw a horizontal line from each of. So from this point, I will draw a horizontal line. From this point here, I will also draw a horizontal line. From this point, I will draw a horizontal line. into the end elevation, and from this point I will draw this horizontal line. So from this point I will draw horizontal line here. So from this point I will draw horizontal line, and from this point I will also draw horizontal line. So the next thing that we are going to do is to locate the point so that we can bring out what the end elevation will look like. So if you look at this line, let's start from here. This is 0.7 here. This is 0.7 as you can see here. So this is 0.7. So if we go straight on this horizontal line and we go straight, this is 1 and 7. So if you go up on this vertical line, they intersect at this point. So this is where we have 0.7. So then next is we have here we have 6 and 8. 6 and 8. So if I go straight on this horizontal line, here I have 8 on this line like this. This is 8. So I'm going to have 8 at this point. So if I come here, this is where we have 6. If I go up here, I will have 6 at this point. Okay, so next is we have what? We have 5 and 9. So this is 5 and 9. So if I follow this horizontal line, so I have 5, I have 9 at this point here. So this is 0.9. Then for 5, so I have 5 on this line. So if I follow this, so this is where we have 5. So this is, let me write it there. So here we have, or there we have, this is 6. And here we have, or this is, okay, so here we have 7, we have 6. Okay, this is 8, sorry. So this is 8. So this is 6. This is 5. And this is 9. So very, very important. So for you to understand it. So next we have for 4 and 10. So 4 and 10. So if I follow this line, and this is 10 here. So I have 10 at this point here. So this is 10. So then I will have 4. For following this line, I have 4 at this point here. So this is 4. So next we have what? We have 3, 11. 3, 11. On this line we have 3, 11. I follow this horizontal line. So this is 11. 11 is here. So I will have 11 at this point. So this is point 11. And then, so I will have 3 at this point. I follow this line. This is 3. So this is 3. So the next is 2, 12. So if I follow this line here, horizontal line here, so here I'm going to have 12 along this line here. So this is 12. So here is 12. And then on this part here, I will have 2 here. So this is where we have 2 then. So last one is 1, which is on this horizontal line with this vertical line they intersect here. So here I have 1 here. So all these points we are going to join them together to obtain the shape that we are going to have on the end elevation. So if I join this point together like this, let's do it together. Okay. Okay. So then, so I'm going to connect this together like this. Okay. This shape does not really come out. Okay, I'm going to just leave it like that. So we're going to connect this together like this, and so we'll connect this together like this. So with what we have here, so we are going to draw this line like this, and also connect this together with this, and make this a thick line. So to complete the end elevation, so we need to show that this is a rough surface. So by putting arching lines on this surface here, so we have this. Alright, so this is the end elevation. So the next thing that we are going to do is to draw the true shape of the cut surface. To draw the true shape of the cut surface, so we need to draw a perpendicular line to each of these points on the front elevation. So how do we do that? So what we need to do is that since this cutting plane is at angle 30 degree to the horizontal, so we need to use 60 degree side of our set square to draw that. So we are going to have it like this. So from this point, draw a line in this direction. So from this point also, draw a line in this direction. So from this point, draw a line in this direction. So from this point, we also draw a line. So all these lines are perpendicular to the cutting plane, as you can see it here. So we also draw a line from here, and also from here we draw a line. So each of these lines is perpendicular to the cutting plane. So the next thing that we are going to do is that, so we take our 30 degree side square, 30 degree side, and we draw a perpendicular line to each of these lines. So we still use that 30, so like this. So we draw it. So this line is parallel to this line, and we follow this line. So on this line, so we have 1 on this line. So this is where we have 1, while on this here we have what? We have 7. So what we need to do now is to take our compass. So we are going to locate point 2 and 12. So this is point 2, this is point 12. So the midpoint of point 2 and point 12. So we take the measurement of that distance. So I need to take the measurement of distance between point 2 and 12. So we take this distance, then we come on to line 2, 12. This is the line. So we put at this point. So I'll make an arc here. So we also make an arc here. Okay, so then so this is point 2 and this is point 12. Next is 3 and 11. So distance between them, which is the midpoint here. So just extend our compass to point 11 here. Then we put it at on this line. This line contains 3 and 11. So make an arc here and also make an arc here. So this is point 3 and this is point 11. So next is 410. So 410, just take this distance from here to here. So you put it on this line that contains 4 and 10. So make an arc here and also make an arc here. So here we have 4 and this is 10. So next is, so we take that of 5 and 9. So from here to here, so we take this distance. Okay, then we put it on this line that contains 5 and 9. So make an arc here, then we make an arc here. So this is 5 and this is 9. So next is we have 6, 8. So we take this distance from the midpoint. So we take it onto this line that contains 6 and 8. So we make an arc here and make an arc here. So this is 6 and this is 8. So that is all. We already have 7. So we are going to join this point together. We are going to join this point together for us to obtain the true shape of the cut surface as we have said. Alright, so I'm going to join it together while I pause the video, and when I'm done, I'll come and show you what we have. Alright, this is the shape that we obtained. So the next thing that we are going to do is to put the arching lines on this surface. So with our 45 degree set square, we are going to produce the arching lines on this surface. Don't forget that arching lines are drawn within continuous line and they are equally spaced as I'm doing it here. So as I said, you don't have to measure the space in between the arching lines. All you need to do is to use your eyes to take the space in between them. So it's as simple as I've done it here. So as you can see it here. So this is the complete plan this is the end elevation, and this is the front elevation, and this is the true shapes. As simple as I've done it here. When you practice, you become a master at this work. Thank you, and keep on practicing. God bless you.